We are going to talk about mom stress today. That is such an important topic, and I hear about it from mothers all over, often in different phrases, in different words, but it all comes back to mom stress. So when I talk to groups of mothers, and I often ask, how many here experience mom stress? How many feel stressed? Everybody's hand goes up. It's hard in a group to get everybody to agree on something. And one thing that I find that all mothers agree on is the existence of mom stress. So we're going to talk about that really important topic today and how to eliminate the sources of mom stress and how to build happiness and success and relief into our lives. So that is the plan for today. It's a really important topic, one that I get asked for in various ways, in various phrases. And I think we're going to accomplish a lot today. So I welcome everybody in, whether you're watching this live or on replay, I welcome you. I am always delighted to see people joining us and to welcome people to my community. I want to remind you that this is a full scope community for moms. So we don't handle one little aspect. We put it all together because that's how you have to solve things. If you solve one thing, it often makes a kink in another area. So we talk about your life as a mother, taking care of your kids, taking care of your family, taking care of your home, your work, and yes, it's really important to take care of you also. We're going to talk about all of those things today and how to make that easier, more successful for you. So again, I want to welcome all the people joining us today and let you know that I hear you and that this is an important topic that I've heard about from a lot of moms. So I'm going to talk about 5 sources of mom stress, and then I'm going to talk about the solutions to get rid of them and to cut mom stress. So let's ditch the mess of mom stress and find happiness and joy. Let's talk about those 5 sources of mom stress. So first, I hear mothers all around complaining, I just have too much on my plate. I have too much to do. And again, when we think about it, you're taking care of your kids and your home and your family and your work and often community activities. And oh yes, you really do need to take care of yourself too. So mom stress and these sources, these cumulative effects of doing so much is really a source of stress. And most groups that you go to when they talk about stress tell you to meditate or go to the gym or go on vacation. And I want you to know that I understand you here. When you're here, you're going to get practical and realistic solutions. I know moms tell me, I don't have an hour to go to the gym. I don't have time off of work to go on vacation. I don't even have time to sit and meditate for a long period of time. So I hear you, I understand you, I know how you are feeling and what it feels like. We are always going to have practical and realistic solutions here. Let's move on to number 2. So we talked about all of the sources that you're helping, all of the people that you're helping. Second, just to show you that I hear you and I understand, they're all important to handle to you. It's not like we can cut areas of stress and say, no, you shouldn't take care of your home. You shouldn't take care of your work. These are all important, and these all need to be part of one big solution that handles everything, not one thing. Some mothers tell me they just go into groups about managing stress, and they tell them to sit for hours or half hour and meditate. or they just tell them, don't worry so much, you have to stop worrying. And again, as mothers, we're conscientious. We care. I understand that. Again, you're going to get realistic, doable, practical solutions. Third is very often as mothers, we want to make everyone happy. There are so many people and sources in our life. And when there are requests and needs for our attention and our time and our energy, we always want to say yes. And in many cases, as mothers, we are people pleasers. We want people to be happy with us and smile with us and be comfortable with us. And that's all well and good, but that often impinges on our own happiness, our own space, our own comfort, our own time and energy. So we sometimes do need to decide when it's appropriate to say yes and when we don't need to say yes, when it's better for our balance to not say yes. And I like to point this out because when we say yes and we really want to say no, when we say yes to people and we really want to say no, when we're people pleasing, we really want to say no, we're saying no to ourselves. We're taking on somebody else's work, somebody else's bundle, and we're saying no to our own needs, our own priorities. So it's often important to create boundaries that protect ourselves and not to be afraid of healthy boundaries, to know how to say no in a way that is still caring, in a way that is comfortable for you and other people. And I talk a lot about boundary scripts. So we talked about a few of the sources. Let's talk about another one, that we often deprioritize ourselves. So when we're making a choice of how to spend time, and we have on our calendar, go to the gym, or it was a plan for us to go to the gym, or to meditate, or to go jogging, or whatever it is that makes you feel that you're renewing and restoring your energy, we often decide, well, I'm less important. I'm going to go to a community meeting, or I'm going to take on an extra responsibility at work that I wasn't planning to do, or I'm going to do something else. So I want you to be aware how we often deprioritize ourselves. I am going to talk about some solutions and strategies to prevent yourself from doing that. But let's get to the fifth issue of stress, of mom stress. And that's people telling me they can't find work-life balance. They just can't seem to make it fit together. That is a big one. So I wonder, of the ones that we spoke about, how many do you feel, and which of them affect you? So, and I'm going to ask you to put in the comments as we build community so you can show other people that they are not isolated. We are not alone. I'm going to go over the 5, and I'm going to ask you to put in the comments which of the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, do you feel apply to you. 1 is, I have so much on my plate. I have so many things to handle. So if 1 applies to you, I'm going to ask you to put that in the comments, that 1 applies to me. 2 is that they're all important to take care of. I can't get rid of any of them. So if 2 applies to you, I'm going to ask you to put 2 in the comments. And 3 is we often want to please other people and make other people happy, and that often impinges on our own priorities. Number 4 is in doing our activities, we do often deprioritize ourselves, and we choose instead to do things for other people when we were planning to take care of ourselves. So if 4 applies to you, put 4 in the comments. And 5 is you can't find work-life balance, which applies really to most mothers that I speak to. So I'm going to ask you to help build community, help me know what's important to you as I plan our future activities. And if everybody's watching this, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching it on replay, put in the comments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if all of them affect you, or if just a few of them, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, whatever you feel affects you. Or you can put the words if you'd like. Or if you prefer, you can DM it to me. I know some people are a little hesitant to do it, so if you'd like to DM and let me know as well. And we can certainly talk about which of the ones affect you and how to implement the strategies for you. So let's talk about some of the solutions and some of the strategies. And the first couple of triggers of stresses that I talked about is we have a lot on our plate and we really can't get rid of what's important to us. It's important to us to be aware that we're taking care of our kids and our family and our home and our work and ourselves. But we don't have to handle them at the same time. So think about when you're at work, you don't have to be multitasking and thinking about, okay, what am I going to do when I get home, or what do I have to pick up on my way home? When you're at work, you can try to focus on your work activities. And similarly, when you're home, don't be multitasking. Now, I know multitasking is a habit that many mothers are just ingrained and so used to that it takes work to actually drop multitasking. And I very often help mothers get out of that habit. So if you do need help, I'm happy to have a conversation with you about that. In terms of people pleasing and wanting to please everybody, realize that you don't have to take on everybody's bundle of work all the time, and that there are pleasant, happy ways of saying no that would not be rude, that would not be inconsiderate. I talk about creating boundary scripts that will come across as pleasant and caring and allow you to say no. And some people are good, once I suggest that term, some people are good at creating it themselves. Some people come to me and ask for my help to create them. And all of those are good. If you can do it yourself, that's great. If you'd like help, that's fine as well. And the fourth one about no more deprioritizing ourselves. Again, when you deprioritize yourself and you take on somebody else's bundle of needs instead of your own, you're really making a judgment call that I am less important. My needs are less important. And remember, you can't fill other people's cup from an empty cup, from a depleted cup. You need to continue to renew, re-energize your cup, your energy, your feeling whole. So instead of deprioritizing ourselves, be accountable to yourself and your needs. Calendar your me time. Put it on your calendar and make sure you leave it there. Would you cross off your best friend's me time? Would you cross off a meeting that your boss told you is important? So make believe this is something that's important to your best friend, and be your best friend, and keep your plan for yourself on your calendar. Or think of it as being accountable, like you'd be accountable to your boss. You need to be accountable to yourself. And lastly, work-life balance. People are always telling me they're searching for it and they can't find it. If that is a problem, if it's a stressor for you, I would be happy to have a conversation with you and help you find work-life balance so that you're not continually searching for it and keeping it as a stressor on your list. So we need less mom stress. We need to get out of this mess. It's a test for us to handle all that's on our plate and still feel great. So I invite you to really learn these strategies, to live these strategies, to implement these strategies so that your plate, while it's full, it can feel lighter and happier and more manageable. You probably know moms who have a lot of responsibility who make it look happy and manageable. And you can learn just as they learn and know the strategies to do it. If you would like my help to handle these strategies and to build relief into your life, my full scope, successful mom program may be your solution. And as I told you, this is your home for full scope motherhood. Whether it's your problem, whether it's a child's milestone, you're getting them to sleep in bed at night, or toilet training, or trying to help them build independence for younger kids or teenagers even, whether you're having an issue with work, trying to work for a promotion, or just getting work-life balance together. This is your full scope home. I've spoken to mothers who've gone to marketing specialists and to goal-setting programs, and they're getting information, but when they try to fit it into their life, it just doesn't fit. So if you're interested in setting goals, let's figure out how to fit it into your full life. If you're helping your child with a milestone, let's get all the gears working together so it builds success for you and your family and your work. Again, full scope, full success is what we want to build for you. And if you'd like to work on boundary scripts with me so that you don't feel like you have to be a people pleaser, but you can still make the people around you happy, so that you have self-boundaries where you don't deprioritize yourself and give up your own needs and time, where you keep the importance of your own self-care as a high priority. So this is a really important topic. There are so many sources of mom stress. And again, when I speak to mothers and I have a full room, when I ask how many moms feel mom stress, how many of you feel stress, every hand goes up in the room. So I know it's an important topic, and I know this is an important solution that can really change lives. And I really encourage you to implement something. Take something from tonight that you can implement, or if you'd like to get everything working for you or to discuss any of the strategies with me, make sure that you do go into our group. I will put in the replay, I will put a link to my calendar so that you can schedule an appointment with me, and we can talk about what would be the best way to help you. Remember, again, if you do nothing, nothing changes, and I really want to see you move forward. So make sure you implement something or implement everything if you'd like to get into the full scope, full successful mom program. I only have 3 openings available, so you'd need to be one of the first to call me to get a spot. So again, you can be that calm, confident, happy, successful mom who feels in control. Let's find out how you can move forward with this. I always hope that you take something from these programs, and feel free, make sure that you come into our group during the week for my recommendations on a variety of topics, of full scope topics. Make sure you're back here again next Sunday with another topic. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I always wait during the week to see if I get any great suggestions. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Let me know as soon as possible if you'd like a spot in the full scope, full successful mom program. I will see you in the group during the week, and again live here again next Sunday. Let's talk soon.